The Wildcats have been impressive, 19-6 on the season, and they've only had one home loss all season. They've been very good at home. They haven't been the same team on the road. A lot of people look at their record and they say, boy, that's pretty impressive. But on the road, they're 3-5 straight up away from home. They've dropped 3 or 4 overall as of late, and they lost 4 straight on enemy courts. And they do have Iowa State revenge on deck. When you take a look at Oklahoma, despite the 12-13 record, which is not very impressive, shot quality ranks Oklahoma 68th in the country. So they're still a very good team. This entire conference is very good. As we all know, this is probably the premier college basketball conference in the country. I know the Big Ten may argue with that, but still, this is very good, top to bottom, one of the best conferences in college basketball. But the Sooners entered this game having lost 7 of 8 games. And when you take a look at the projected point spreads for the remainder of the season, they likely won't be favored again. I believe they play Texas Tech in a game where it could be close to this line at Pick'em. But overall, this is a game that the Sooners need. It's got to be a must-win game for the host. If they don't, they could be on a terrible losing streak going into the end of the season. So I, once again, will take the team that is more desperate, playing at home, against a team that really has accumulated a really good record, but it's all been at home. On the road, they're just not the same.
Here's a question. I mean, they're desperate, but they're not any good. That's my biggest concern here. Blown out by Kansas, blown out by Oklahoma State at home. Baylor beats them at home. Iowa State knocks them off at home. Texas knocks them off at home. It's not one of the bigger home court edges, and it's a team that's struggling in every way. And they could win every game to close out the regular season. They still ain't going dancing unless they win the Big 12 tournament. How convinced are you they're going to show up and fight tonight? It's a team that at times has kind of been showing that they're losing their fight.
Yeah, well, that's why you get the line that you got right now. We've got a Kansas State team who doesn't play well on the road, and yet the lines basically pick them in this situation. A lot of times you just have to take a look at what the schedule looks like and look at which games you expect them to play for. I think this is the game they come out for. And for Kansas State, sure, they want to win. They've lost 4 straight games on the road, but I'm just not overly impressed with Kansas State if they're not playing at home.
Yeah.
So we're getting a situation where I know we're going to get everything we got out of Oklahoma. They may not have enough to do it, but I think they will. I think this is the game that that's the circle of wagons type of game for them. And we'll see if they can come out and do it for us.